This should be working, and I'm just gonna take a wild guess it is. Let's see. Testing, testing, testing. It's a little behind, I think. Testing. It's working. We're good. Okay. We're live. What's up, everyone? We are live from Colombo, Sri Lanka, and I'm going to be going over a few things, few topics that I like to discuss and talk about. We're going to be going over the Shaolin Monk, who is a popular figure that I'm seeing on Instagram, some Jordan Peterson content, some new music, go through some NBA playoffs and play-in results. But I'm going to start off with a Vibes Cartel quote that I'm really liking, and I think you all will enjoy it too.
Let's watch this and listen carefully.
Stop. Think you have to rush to figure life out. A lot of us, most of us, haven't figured it out yet, regardless of our age. So keep that in mind. And like I always tell kids, combine what you do best with what you love the most, and let God do the rest.
Well said. Let's watch this and
There you
listen
go.
carefully.
Stop.
Let's hear it again.
Think you have to rush to figure life out. A lot of us, most of us, haven't figured it out yet, regardless of our age. So keep that in mind. And like I always tell kids, combine what you do best with what you love the most, and let God do the rest.
Well said.
And that's
Let's
that, baby. So that's my little words of wisdom from Vibes Cartel. I think those are words we can all use for ourselves in our journey. So that's what we own. I don't know how the stream is gonna go, but it's been a while since I've done this, and the last time I did live streaming, was about a year ago, around this time, around the NBA playoffs. Let's not forget, this was around the time that Kendrick Lamar released his string of diss tracks against Drake. During most of those streams, I was pretty high, stoned, and I haven't been getting stoned nearly half as much over here in Sri Lanka. So I'm probably able to run the stream a little more organized. But it's good to be back. Hope you all are doing well over there in Canada, and it's been a slice over here, and gonna continue to have more slices over here. Who knows? I might extend my trip a little more as things in my personal life are changing around my family, and I have to kind of be here for them, and it's always good to be around family when you can be there and offer them some sort of help as well. And they may not realize, not everyone may not realize your impact, but they'll realize it when you're gone. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but let's get into some content, Let's. I'm really liking what the Shaolin Monk is saying on Instagram, and maybe I'll go over one quote that I really like, and I'll probably be able to find it off my phone, so I'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, this stream is no pressure. I'm gonna get the best bits of it, and just make the most of it. But I hope all you all are doing well. Yeah, this is an easy stream, you know. Nothing crazy. But in the meantime, let's play some music. In honor of Vibes Cartel, Coloring Book.
I have to finish this paper. I'm swamped. No one told me college would be so damp.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
Can it help with what I wrote last night?
Omar, Philip, Brando, Styles. Girl, them see me tattoo from mine. Tattoo time come. All of this space for me skin soon done. If you not have none, go get one, go get one. If you not have none, go get some, go get some. When the tattoo niggas start to bun, me kill off the pain with street boys rum. If you not have none, go get some, go get some. If you not have none, go get one, go get. When the ink load up and the needle a joke, tattoo sell off, everybody have to look. Y'all say me pretty like a coloring book. She say me skin pretty like a coloring book. Y'all say them want find when me live on her book. She asks if it hot like rice we just cook. Y'all say me pretty like a coloring book. She say me skin pretty like a coloring book. Look on me skin, tattoo like dirt. Me no wear shirt, cause I in a concert. Philip a fi work, till me mark up like school book. Add the new look, y'all say the flavor shook. Police a say me flavor crook. Me ink up like the cleaner and observer. Brando the ink surgeon with the surgeon. Skin paint up like Berger. 404 Omar from Waterford. In my lockdown Portmore. Styles pushing legal through the epidermis. Hotter than a maca, I put no like a furnace. Pretty when it finish, but it hot when it a service. Moon it hear the needle go so and get nervous. From me start me can't stop. Every day me say this for me last two. Because when me soon pass you, the angel them and the grass new. Me skin favor the wall them when L.A. Louis pass through. When the ink load up and the needle a joke, tattoo sell off, everybody have to look. Y'all say me pretty like a coloring book. She say me skin pretty like a coloring book. Y'all say them want find when me live on her book. She asks if it hot like rice we just cook. Y'all say me pretty like a coloring book. She say me skin pretty like a coloring book. Cannot take picture of my body. Me can't tell the girl say no. Me and them favor works were done by Michelangelo. Me neck full up a star, and that's how the rockets want to go. Teardrops in on my face and everybody have to know. Them have to Craig Dennis, Tweety Bird, Massacre and Capo. The tuck them on my finger and the skull them there below. Me skin a run out of space, but me have plenty more to go. Shanty, I beg me please, and did not put on no more. Styles, pushing legal through the epidermis. Hotter than a maca, I put no like a furnace. Pretty when it finish, but it hot when it a service. Moon it hear the needle go so and get nervous. From me start me can't stop. Every day me say this for me last two. Because when me soon pass you, the angel them and the grass new. Me skin favor the wall them when L.A. Louis pass through. When the ink load up and the needle a joke, tattoo sell off, everybody have to look. Y'all say me pretty like a coloring book. She say me skin pretty like a coloring book. Y'all say them want find when me live on her book.
The best dancehall rapper artist ever. Yeah. And that's that. So, whew. That was dope. That's what you call dope in the form of music. So, I'm gonna show you a video.
In order for something new to come, something old
So,
must go, and that
so I'm gonna go over some Shaolin Monk video that maybe you can see off here. Yeah, I think I can show it off here. Okay. It's the best that I've got. Actually, I'm gonna send this to myself so that we can watch. Actually, no. Let's go over this. Let's go over this together off my Instagram. It's the best that I've got.
can some new to come, something old must go, and that in order for something new to come, something old must go, and that old can sometimes mean let go of what you know until now. Empty the cup and start from the beginning. It's not easy to do, but at the moment it's the only way how something that is blocked can be brought back to movement. You must spill the old tea and pour in new one. Then things look different. In order for something.
So, that really hit me when I seen it recently, and sometimes you gotta let go of something that's holding you back in the past. For me, it's a couple activities. To allow for something new to come that you've been yearning for. You may not know what it is, exactly what it is. You may think you know what it is. Maybe it's more money, or maybe it's a soulmate or a partner. But to, or like something else, something that you want, but to allow for that to happen, you must let go of something that's holding you back. It could be a bad habit. It could be something that's taking up your time that you don't need to be doing anymore. And you may think doing that activity is beneficial for you. I'm going to be speaking vaguely so that we don't go down a certain rabbit hole and I'm unable to you're unable to relate to what I'm talking about. But if there's activities that's taking up your time, that could be preventing you from getting you somewhere you want to be. For me, there was a couple activities that I feel have been taking up my time. And as the Shaolin Monk says, in order for something new to come, you must spill the old tea. And this old tea are those activities. A couple of those activities have been activities I've been doing probably for the last 15 years on a constant basis, day-to-day basis. This involves, personal activities, recreational activities, and you kind of get the gist of what I mean. And since I've come here to Sri Lanka, I haven't been around those familiar recreational environments, if you know what I mean. So it's allowed me to take a step back and spilled the tea for a bit. Spilled the old tea, and I have a feeling it is opening up new doors for me over here, in the sense of a little more clarity. I'm not going to tell you what those activities are, but I think you kind of may know what they might be. So I really like that quote by the Shaolin Monk, and let's go through some more things that he's talking about, more topics that he's talking about, and let's see what we can learn together.
Hey guys，我是 Colombo。So 这个礼拜呢，我的3套课程发音库、文法库、流行语库都有7折的优惠哦。
You are going to learn that your body is important just as your mind is important. And based on this very basic idea, now it starts. Now somebody maybe ask, okay, now, yes, I want to develop the mind. How should I do it? And then, in the Shaolin Temple, traditionally we are teaching Buddhist teachings, Confucianist teachings, and Taoist teachings. So 3, let's say, teachings aiming in the development of the mind. So you are reading theories, you are reading essays, you are reading different texts, maybe some of them describing the life of one of these persons, meaning Buddha, or maybe Lao Tzu, or maybe Confucius. Yeah. By putting yourself into the skin of those personalities, you maybe or maybe not, get a glimpse of, okay, so this is how they were living. This is the virtues that they inhabited in themselves, why they are behaving in this and that way.
I'm gonna rewind this just because I was a little occupied with organizing this stream. So let's redo this.
You are going to learn that your body is important just as your mind is important. And based on this very basic idea, now it starts. Now somebody maybe ask, okay, now, yes, I want to develop the mind. How should I do it? And then, in the Shaolin Temple, traditionally we are teaching Buddhist teachings, Confucianist teachings, and Taoist teachings. So 3, let's say, teachings aiming in the development of the mind.
Damn. I know Buddhist teachings myself, but Taoist teachings I'm not too knowledgeable in, and I think you mentioned...
So you are reading in the Taoist teachings, Buddhist teachings, Confucianist teachings, and Taoist teachings.
Yeah, Confucianist teachings as well. They are similar, but they have their differences from Buddhism. So let's see what the Xing Yang Yi explains about these philosophies and ways of life.
So 3, let's say, teachings aiming in the development of the mind. So you are reading theories, you are reading essays, you are reading different texts, maybe some of them describing the life of one of these persons, meaning Buddha, or maybe Lao Tzu, or maybe Confucius. Yeah. By putting yourself into the skin of those personalities, You maybe,
putting yourself into those shoes of those prominent figures.
maybe or maybe not, get a glimpse of, okay, so this is how they were living. This is the virtues that they inhabited in themselves, why they are behaving in this, and that way. These were some type of virtues that they were abiding to, that they kept as a guideline in their daily life. That is like where the theory part, in a way, tries to already offer you something. Offer you something because at the end of the day, it's still up to you to decide whether you take what you have observed there as something that you think is useful for you.
And that's what separates all of us. Whether you take the lessons of our ancestors and our founding gurus and leaders and prominent thinkers of the world, it's up to you if you want to take those lessons and use them. I know for sure there have been weeks and months on end, maybe even years, where I was just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Not necessarily like a chicken with his head cut off, but kind of on a free fall. Not using the lessons I know that existed and using them in my day-to-day life. So.
Or if you just say, I cannot relate to it, I don't know what they mean, what it means, so it's not relevant for me. This is like in terms of theoretical aspects. And then at the same time, we have the physical practice, which means it is the Kung Fu training, it is the Tai Chi training, and it's the Qigong training. And practical means because by doing some type of practice, you get answers. Sometimes it's answers you didn't ask, but nevertheless, the important part is that through the practice, there is some type of information and some type of knowledge being transmitted to you along the way of practice.
I agree with this statement so much, and my practice is working out. And although I've missed the last couple days due to an injury I'm dealing with, my practice is working out. I'm not doing any Kung Fu, but like how the Shaolin Monk is explaining, I am gaining a certain knowledge through the day-to-day practice and physical exertion of working out almost on a day-to-day basis. And I am getting some information not subconsciously that I'm not maybe aware of in the moment, but I know over time, over the last 3 years, I have gained some knowledge that I didn't have before from doing this working out on a day-to-day basis.
That will never ever come in this lifetime. Practice. There is the important part is that through the practice, there is some type of information and some type of knowledge being transmitted to you along the way of practice. That will never ever come in this lifetime if you would only read books. The knowledge from the practical, the knowledge from the theoretical, this afterwards you take. What it means is you have a field of knowledge, you have an area that now at any time wherever you are going in this lifetime, you are able to access it. And when are these times to access it? It is times when you are being placed in a situation where you need to take a decision, for example. No matter from which country you're coming from, no matter from which culture somebody is coming from, this whole life is based on the decisions you are taking. Some people take that type of decision, which leads to a consequence. Other people maybe take better decisions, which leads to another consequence. Ultimately, it's about the decisions.
I agree with that so much. Ultimately, it's about the decisions you make on a day-to-day basis and in every waking moment of your life. And yeah, some decisions in my life have led me down into a place, a dark place. Some decisions have led me to a place of peace and happiness. So, being aware of how you got to those two different places is important, so that you have a foundation you can fall back on to always go to and know if I act a certain way or make a certain decision, I'll be closer to that way of life or I want to be in, or the type of place you want to be in. So it's really important. Life is all about the decisions you make, and it's better to learn them sooner than later. And yeah, I'll continue.
But how come sometimes people are confronted with the same situation, but they take completely different approaches, they take completely different decisions? It is because one of them has more or the other one has less access to knowledge, to experience than the other one. So what all of this theoretical learning, practical learning, what all of this is supposed to offer to you is just a whole bandwidth of solutions, which we think is very good to have, walking through this lifetime, not only as a martial artist. It doesn't matter from where you come from. The more possibilities you can access, the better for you.
Today's video is sponsored by Mulligan Brothers.
Through this life is very good to have, which is the host to offer to you. So what all of this theoretical learning, practical learning, what all of this is supposed to offer to you is just a whole bandwidth of solutions, which we think is very good to have, walking through this lifetime, not only as a martial artist. It doesn't matter from where you come from. The more possibilities you can access, the better for you.
Today's video is sponsored by Mulligan Brothers.
Stop using ChatGPT like everyone else and do this instead. To the men over 50 who don't know how to use AI.
Some develops.
But before that, let's dive into the video.
Sometimes in order for you to develop something, some type of experience, some type of situations are necessary. So that means this idea of sometimes it needs something really, really emotional that triggers you inside. Then a change comes. Sometimes it's exactly what makes you cry. exactly what makes you confront yourself and what is super uncomfortable. Exactly these moments sometimes are the ones you should be thankful for, because they carry the potential to unlock something very, very fundamental inside of you. Let's say like this, yeah?
I agree. You need to have a eureka moment that will come from you doing this to yourself, getting into a dark place, and then realizing what led you there, and then something has to happen within you to want to change. So I'll leave it at this for now. But since we've probably done about 10-15 minutes on the Shaolin Monk, but yeah, I think I'll leave it at that for now. It's just a little tester. Hope you all found that beneficial and you enjoyed that. But we're gonna be going on and off and enjoying this stream life. I'll be back though. We're gonna be talking about Jordan Peterson, going through some music and NBA playoffs. So y'all take it easy. I'll see you soon. Peace.